You can support this show at patreon.com/ASA podcasting.
The Last Jackal Ganger.
The wasteland is a post-apocalyptic mess as the sole survivor wanders out about to see the rest. Nuclear explosions sending out the gamma rays from deep within the core, frozen atomic waste. From deep within the core, frozen atomic waste.
Hello and welcome to the 559th edition of the Fallout Feed. I am Andrew, joined by a flock of my favorite Fallout faces. Tonight I've got Jess. What's up, Jess?
Hey, Andrew. Greets, everybody.
And also Ray. What's up, Ray?
Hello, hello.
And tonight on the show, we are going to go over some gameplay right off the top, as per usual. And Jess has got something ready for game time, so we'll do a little gear shifting into that. And some iguana bits. We have completed recently our New Vegas Roundtable of the complete New Vegas main game, and all four of the big DLCs there. So if you are a new listener recently finding the show, like New Vegas, anything like that, want to revisit any of these episodes, please just step back, the last, 20, 30 episodes probably, and enjoy our New Vegas Roundtable. Lots of fun. All right, so we just wrapped that up. But we are going to switch gears with our roundtable stuff. Jess, do we have any solid plan going forward, or just some sort of at least amorphous blob of a plan?
The amorphous blob of a plan is just one episode a week for the next 8 weeks, approximately, of the Fallout TV show, unless we want to do some kind of feedback. But I don't think that makes sense for what we're doing. So, yeah, we're just sticking with this.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how I would roll random characters for that.
It's like, okay, you have to watch Thaddeus. You have to watch Maximus. You get to watch Lucy this episode. That'd be tough, right? But no, seriously, if you guys are rewatching with us and just want to send in, a couple of minutes of your thoughts on a favorite line or your favorite part or something, don't rehash the goddamn episode or anything, but
but favorites, also terminal velocities are still a thing. Should you want to? Should you be itching to be like, I haven't talked to a microphone at these bozos for a month?
Still open to lots of community interaction and feedback if you guys want to start sending like she said, terminal velocities, any sort of feedback about the show, or anything else we're talking about, any other games you're playing, whatever. That's fine. Like hearing from you. All right, so let's see what everybody's been getting into. Hey, Ray, did you have a chance to play any video games this week, sir?
I have been playing video games this week.
What'd you get into?
Kind of now, locked into, a pretty standard routine. So playing the Long 15 in Fallout New Vegas. So lots of fun little quests to discover along the way. I really wanted to find Zyzix.
Oh, okay. Is that how you pronounce it? I've always said Zizzy.
Yeah, no, it's from the man that built it.
Is that XYXYX?
No, ZZYZX.
Should just be XYXYX. That's also Zizix. Come on.
So it was at the time, it was a new age health center. There was certainly a time, in the early days where the desert was considered therapeutic for people that had breathing problems, because the desert air will dry you to a crisp.
What it does.
And so people would go out there, and there's a spring in that location.
Colorado Springs. Welcome, everyone.
And so he made all kinds of health claims about, drinking the water and, all of his health tonics, which were, like carrot juice and celery juice and, and all
V8.
that kind of stuff. And he was eventually labeled a quack. If he had held on a little bit longer, he would have been, touted as a
Health food
New age guru.
a nice new age guru. So, but it's just a quirky little place. It was taken over by the University of California as a desert research center. And so now you can't really get there because it's, part of the school system. And they go do research and stuff out there. But it's a pretty little spot. You can kind of go around and see it. I posted in the Discord a video tour of the area. But
Wow.
in the game, mod Long 15, they have Soda Springs, which is acknowledged there, and then also the Desert Research Center. But no. I was hoping at least there would be one of the road signs because that was the most iconic thing I remember as a kid. Whenever we would drive down Interstate 15, you'd always, just before you got to Baker, you would pass Zizek's Road. And, we would always giggle at the sign and go on.
Yeah. So, that's what it is. I'm looking this place up, and so it's now abandoned, right? But they put this location in the Long 15 so you could find it.
It's not abandoned. It's run by the University of California.
Oh, so it's still there. Okay, cool. I'm looking up these things, talks about the mystery of Zizek's and all these rundown buildings, but that must be just part of it.
Yeah. So at one point it was a fort, like a Wild West era, fort out in the desert. Because of the springs, it was a vital stop. The railroad used to stop there to get water. But
Did you say the purpose of naming it the way they did is that just sort of to state that it is in the middle of fucking nowhere? It's the end of the road. It's the last address. It's the last road in the
no,
phone
it was
book
just
type thing.
something that this guy got in his head. That's what he wanted to call his commune.
Interesting.
So,
You know what's funny, Ray? I misunderstood. So when you posted this, I thought it was like nerd relevant, computer relevant, because I was thinking you were posting it because it was a Easter egg for Zizzy. You know what I'm talking about, right? The XYZZY is how that's why I had it confused. So that was an Easter egg in Colossal Cave, the very first adventure game. If you typed XYZZY, it unlocked things and it was like a cheat code. So I thought that's what it was, that there was this like classic cheat code in the game. I didn't realize this was this whole spring thing. I'm like, yeah, but it's and then I'm like, oh wait, no, it's different.
yeah, it's actually a real place.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, but now the only thing that's there are some Night Stalkers.
Oh Lord.
But so that's been a lot of fun. Of course, it's always fun running around Baker. They didn't stick real close to the Divergence because there's a Euro shop, which I think was probably built in the 80s in Baker, and the Alien Jerky store. So
It's really ass jerky.
that must be what it is. Alien ass.
So that's cool, getting to visit some of these locations on the
Yeah.
Long 15.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying it? I mean, is there much to the mod? I'm glad you got a chance to really jump in this week and play.
Yeah, there's a lot of little side quests, a lot of interesting places to go. Oh, I did find an NPC that was called the Last Jackalganger.
Oh, okay.
And after I killed her and went up to
That's a
her
good
little
name.
camp, I found the Mojave megaphone, which is this really weird, unexplained metal megaphone that was built on top of a rock out in the middle of the desert.
Is this Wild Wasteland adjacent? Like, did they add it for the Wild Wasteland Park?
Well, the thing about the Mojave is that it is wild wasteland.
It's just
there's
weird.
there is so much weird stuff out there. My dad did fire cleanup on some property out there, and somebody's there. They had this big long driveway going up to their house from the road, which was a dirt road, and the driveway was completely lined with old bowling balls.
Mhm.
And so, for whatever reason, this person just happened to have access to a huge number of bowling balls, and so
That's
decided to.
Ridiculous, but that's so incredibly Fallout. It kind of reminds me of Will building his bobblehead bridge or something, like the way that we like to just display our random junk. They
Yeah.
did that with bowling balls.
Yeah.
So,
So
it
there's
worked.
people out in the Mojave that live that every day.
They're
I mean, it
already
is.
there.
Yeah, the desert folk are very unique. They can be off-putting, but they're a lot of fun too. So, yeah, a lot of weird stuff out there. So they did manage to get a lot of that into the mod. So
That's cool. How's the difficulty? Like, does it dovetail in nicely? Is it too easy now that you're at a higher level, or how's it?
yeah,
going?
it's definitely easy.
Okay.
Because I can snipe anything, and not have any trouble. But
That's good for people who want to just jump in, though, because if you had to be high level, but that means that people can jump in and they can play early if they want.
yeah, you would have to be more careful, just like the game in general. There is an area that I found just a ridiculous number of death claws running around, but my character can one or two shot a death claw without any trouble. So, before they realize they've been shot the first time, they get the second bullet. So, but it's a good mod for, finding little interactions with people. You just have to talk to everybody, because everybody has a little potential quest that they can send you on. So, that's been pretty cool.
Is this a like classic old mod, or is this fairly new, or is this one?
I think it's fairly new. I think I heard about a year ago. It's been revised quite a few times. But yeah, it's still, it's a little too, the buildings and everything in Baker are a little too nice. They're being kept up a little too well, for a post-apocalyptic. So, it looks like they've focused mostly on, building out their NPC infrastructure, more than, weathering their buildings, and, they're using, the fairly clean assets to build all this stuff. So
I always thought that people would just take the same assets from the game and just rearrange and stuff to make their own, but out of the same.
I think
stuff.
they do for the most part, but I think
Right.
that a lot of it comes out clean and has to be weathered.
That makes
Interesting.
sense. Yeah.
I had no
They need
idea.
to tattoo it differently, add different textures. And while they bash a lot of things together and make new things out of assets already in the game, it makes sense that for a mod in a different location, you want to distinguish it somehow too. You know?
But that's been fun. And then, continuing on the mod front, Genesis has been a lot of fun to get back into the Star Wars mod for Starfield. Although I did find, so, the last two updates, they've been working on the main quest line. So they redid all of the characters at the Constellation.
You said they look different now too.
Yeah, so they're completely different. A lot of aliens, a lot of different stuff that they got tied in there. But I've been going through the quest line, and when I headed back to the mine to talk to Lynn, who has a completely different name and is, a different species of alien. When you go to talk to her, your dialogue line is, "I can't talk to you right now. I have to wait for the next Genesis update." And she replies, "Okay, get back to me when you can." And then that's it. You can't progress the quest any further.
Oh no.
So you can't rescue Barrett, who it'll be interesting to see what Barrett's character looks like. And Heller, because they'll be completely different. So, but that's kind of funny. I ran into that a couple of times before with some of the other quest lines that they hadn't finished out.
Where you have to basically do expected behavior to continue, or you're going to hit a dead end.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and you just wait. The next update will be along, soon enough. There's plenty of other things to do. I've been running around on Tatooine. That's a really good farming location. I've been trying to find crate dragons.
Ooh.
But I've only found one so far, which has been kind of a bummer, because I want to make the armor set again.
Right.
You run into Grogu and Mando yet?
Yeah, I read into a lot of people that you can tell, should be somebody important in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But because I haven't, watched any of the Mandalorian,
You have no idea who they are.
any of the cartoon stuff, I have no idea who they are. But
It's almost too
you
much
could
to
just
keep
tell.
up with. There's almost too much Star Wars content now.
yeah. But
It's like Boba Fett and Pocket Yoda.
Pretty
I
much.
mean, I know that's not who they really are, but
Pretty
they
much.
look like.
yeah, but at least I'm not getting one-shotted anymore. I mean, it's the first. I mean, I'm still not real high level. I think I might be maybe close to level 20 now. But the first 15 or 16 levels, I mean, I was just if somebody
Just
shot
death
me, I
march.
was dead.
You said because you were wanted too, right? Didn't you start
Yeah.
playing wanted and see had the level 62s showing up? Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, they have no respect for level. It's like, yeah, no, this is just what it is. Have fun. So, and you work with it. I mean, I did a quest. I had probably had to restart maybe 12, 13 times
Oh, good
Yeah.
before I
We-
finally figured out how to, maneuver myself to be able to get through the section.
They
And
love
then,
a challenge.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
yeah. And then also just, writing on there, save, damn it. So I remember to save.
Did you put up a post-it note or something to remind yourself?
Yeah, it's on my whiteboard.
On your
I have
whiteboard
a-
that you have.
I have a
with you,
little
yeah.
whiteboard in front of the computer screen. So,
How you track things. It's super smart.
so, and I've been doing the dailies in in No Man's Sky.
I thought you were going to say 76 for a second. I was about to be very proud.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah. So that's been going well. The Weavers are still, solidly in first place to save the galaxy. So, but and playing some Skyrim. So
Nice. Sounds like some good gameplay. I'm glad you're trying out the long 15 and keeping a little bit of Fallout going.
oh
The
yeah,
next thing.
yeah. It looked like a really cool mod, and it has been. So, definitely some fun little side quests. There's one where you go down a freeway tunnel and you end up in a big MT lab.
Oh, sweet, eh?
So that was a fun quest. Albeit a little bit confusing at times, but
Anything big MT related is a little bit confusing anyway, so no
Yeah.
surprise that continued.
yeah. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
Never known you to be. I don't want to say like a non like a Star Wars super fan, but like you're not like against Star Wars, but it seems like you're just as open to like Star Trek as you are to Star Wars. Why do you think this Genesis mod is such a pleasure for you?
One, it's pretty visually stunning. So the locations, Genesis is a collection of Star Wars mods. So there's a lot of mods from a lot of different people, and then the main creator also does the questing and everything to kind of mold it into a whole
One
game.
cohesive unit,
Yeah. But the individual modders that have built like Mos Eisley, the moisture farms. I mean, it's the first time you go to one of those moisture farms, you immediately think about the opening scenes of the first movie.
Just get a hankering to kill Uncle Owen, Aunt Beru.
But just the whole thing is just really well done, well polished, fun gameplay because it's not easy. And it because of the way that it's set up, I have to play it completely different because my normal Starfield tactics don't work. So there's no way
They actually
to
change up the gameplay enough.
Yeah. So there's no way to duplicate my Starfield play in Genesis. So it's like a brand new game. Which makes it a lot of fun.
Is there a different IP? See, there's been a ton of Star Wars games and Star Trek games. Is there an IP out there that does not have a game that you wish there was a video game for, Ray?
Oh,
Like, was there like a Luther video game series or something? What's that other one you watch?
Bosch.
Bosch?
Yeah.
Is there a Bosch video game?
I just recently finished up all the Bosch Legacy episodes and Ballard, which was another spinoff from that. Yeah, love that. That would, but
they'd
those
be adventure games anyway. They wouldn't be your style
Yeah.
necessarily.
Yeah, those games don't really fit into. I mean, if there was a Starfield Star Trek compilation,
You'd be down with that?
I would definitely play that.
Hell yeah. We've got the Perditus Fleet in there right now with Altec and a bunch of others. Have you seen the Perditus Fleet mod?
No,
It is a mod collection. It's not just one mod. It's a group of mods that have come together, and essentially it gives you a number of Star Trek locations and ships and all that. And I think it's called Perditus Fleet, Perditus, but it doesn't have an overarching main quest change or anything like that. So it's not a complete overhaul at all, like Genesis. Much smaller, but still pretty darn cool.
yeah. So Lee is asking what Bosch is.
You've explained that like 100 times, haven't you?
Well,
It's
So-
it's that guy who sounds like Jason Statham. Kind of looks like him too, but not quite Jason Statham. Does detective show, if I remember right? Right? He's a detective.
Yeah.
PI.
I was
What is he?
fishing for a Lee drop.
Do I have it on this board? I must. Because it's so organic when you do it this way. There you go. Lead drop for those keeping score at home.
So Hieronymus Bosch is an LAPD homicide detective.
He's also a slightly vulgar painter, but okay.
Yeah, that comes up in one of the seasons, but but anyway, he is very salty and rubs people the wrong way. So, but has the highest murder clearance in the whole LAPD. So they
There
have
you
to
go.
put up with him.
He's like Columbo, but better. I mean, I love those kind of detective shows. That's awesome. So it makes sense. Like, if you were going to have a video game, like, what property would it be? It'd be one of your favorite shows. I mean, that would be something to explore.
But yeah, I think I mean, I can't really think of anything. I would just like some of the good games that are out there to come out in first person so I could play them. So
Right? Yeah, there are a lot of things that you would enjoy if they're
Third-person
first
games
person.
as
I'd get you to play
first-person.
Mass Effect, maybe.
yeah, I tried Mass Effect. I tried so hard. I made it through the first one. And I love the characters and everything. I didn't use any of the tactics or any of that kind of stuff because basically my companions were on their own, and as long as they stayed out from in front of my line of fire, they wouldn't get shot. But this by the second one, it was very clear that there was really not going to be any way to play that without using those, and I was really getting sick and tired of third person.
Oh, amen. Amen.
So
There are a lot of
I
games that you would
kicked
enjoy
it.
if they were
Yeah.
first person.
I think I would probably enjoy Assassin's Creed or
Wow, there's no first person for Assassin's Creed, huh?
I know most games. There are
Witcher.
far more third person games than first person games right now.
Yeah, Witcher,
Mhm.
Elden Ring.
I just assumed that they would have a mode, like all games would have the option. Why?
Bethesda is the exception. We're rare. Most games aren't
Really?
like that, where you can
That's-
switch. Yeah.
We're spoiled.
Yeah, it's either one or the other. So, like Outer Worlds, there's no
It's all
there's
third
no
person,
third person option.
Or it's only third
well,
person. Or no?
I don't think so.
Only first
No,
person? What is it?
It's definitely first person because I play it.
Okay.
That's the other thing. There may be a lot of games that I play that do have third person. I just don't know it because I never would. Cyberpunk is another one that
Only first.
only first person.
Yep. But it's very few. Like, generally, they're FPS games or, Bethesda games, pretty much. A little bit of Obsidian content, a few others, but yeah. Otherwise, it's, Bethesda and first person shooters mostly.
Yeah.
And some walking simulators and adventures too. I love me first person. Like, I prefer first to third. I know Andrew prefers third. You are 100% first, right?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. And Rando points out that 76 is first person. But
Yeah,
for me,
of
it's zero person.
Now, you played for years. You're just in
I
sport
did. I played
tournaments.
for a long time. It just stopped being fun for me. So they just tweaked it too many times.
But Ray, they added fish. Well, we'll talk about that in my gameplay.
I did fishing.
There's new fish.
But they're the same as the old fish.
They really are. It's like going to Burger King. You're like, oh, it was a new fish sandwich. Basically the same as the old fish sandwich.
Yeah.
But it's got
So-
spicy mayo this time.
But yeah, I'm always on the lookout for a new game to play. So one of these days.
Well, it's the perfect time because we just finished our DLC, our roundtable. So what's everyone getting into? What are we playing? Jess, what's filling your time?
Oh, geez. Well, I mean, if you want to go into my...
Did you have plans like, okay, during this season we have to play this, so this is the the obvious game that I have to be concentrating my time on. Oh boy, but when we're done, I'm gonna play
big time. I mean, I have so many things on deck, but my big thing was obvious and kind of dumb. Is like I just want to get back to Starfield for real, which I can do after we finish.
I thought you were gonna say
Roundtable.
cat search games.
Oh, well, I'm already playing like my indie games and cat search games and random platformers and, jumping in and hitting some games. I just downloaded Forgotten City. I finally bought that, Ray. Did you ever play Forgotten City?
Not all the way through.
Okay. Yeah. So I bought that. It was on sale.
I've started it a bunch of times.
Right. Crimson Desert is on my list, but I didn't buy. Here's what I'm actually looking forward to next, Andrew. So, yes, I'll be playing, Starfield, and I've got a few other ideas of what I want to play. But I pre-ordered Blood of the Dawnwalker, which is the vampire game coming out in September.
Sounds like a vampire game, yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise, if I don't pre-order it, I'll find an excuse not to play it like I did with Crimson Desert.
Right. I saw you make that point that on the Discord you guys were having a conversation, and I saw you bring up the point, someone was like, why, with digital these days, why even... do pre-order.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
Lock it in while you got the money.
You spend the money now because I've got the money right now. I don't know if I will in 6 weeks. Because I get the extra DLC package that'll come out later on. Because I'll do this, that, and the other. Yeah, there's extra skins and clothes and stuff.
They do all these things to entice you, to lure you in, to get you to pre-order. But yeah, in my case, it's partly just do it while you have the money, and also kind of preset a commitment. Because I'm always playing new games. I mean, I picked up a number of games in the last week or two. I've got a number of new games on deck. But am I actually playing them, or am I just growing the backlog? More of the latter right now.
Well, yeah, there's the backlog. Always visit the backlog.
Yeah, Rando has Crimson Desert on deck too, exactly. But I mean, we're all, got a lot of games. But Ray, I mean, and you're essentially looking... just to continue what you're playing. But is there one you're really looking forward to right now?
Not really.
No.
Not that's close enough for me to even care about. Because I pretty much don't care until a couple of days before it's out.
Right.
And it's like, okay, I'm into it now.
That's the better way to go. Live in the moment. Is Clockwork Revolution first person? I think it is. The new In Exile game, but that won't be till next year. But that would be a good one.
Yeah, there was one of the games on the Xbox showcase that looked like it could be interesting, but it was so far out. I was like, okay, next.
Yep, absolutely.
So I don't even remember what it was. I don't even think it was next year. I think it was the year after.
All right, I'll pay attention to 2 years then.
Yeah, it's. I'm not going to get all worked up about a game only to be disappointed when they push it.
Yeah, right. Which they always do.
Yep, which I often do. You know how that is.
Talk to me when I can download it.
It's the way to be, because let's be real. We have so many games right now anyway. Delays are just a chance to kind of catch up and clean your plate a little bit, because they just keep coming.
Do you ever replay anything, Ray? I mean, I know you do Starfield over and over, and Skyrim over and over, and Fallout.
Yeah, all of our games he replays, right?
Yeah. But do you have your submarine game? Have you played that again recently or anything? Do you revisit old games?
Not in a while, because that one's so hard to play. Just because all the computers that would play on have stopped working.
Oh no, yeah, right. I have that problem at work.
They're old XP machines, Windows 98 machines, because the old games, for the most part can't play on, the new computers.
The modern
You got to jump through hoops. Yeah, absolutely. So, unless they're on GOG or something, you can get to work. Did you? Okay.
And even that was... So Silent Hunter 3 wouldn't play even the GOG version, just because, you know, 10 years ago, my video cards became too good to play that game. So,
You don't have a dumb it down emulator?
no.
Yeah, there are a couple
Not
of them out
that
there
far
you gotta
down.
use. Yeah, for real. So while we're probing, did you ever play BioShock? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, the only one I really liked was the one where you did the zip lining.
That was BioShock Infinite, the third one. And other first person games like that. Dishonored. Did you play Dishonored? Or Prey? You
Dishonored,
did, right?
yeah. I played,
Yeah, okay.
the 1 and 2.
I'm
I don't know
ho-
that I would replay those.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
hoping when Blade comes out, that'll be first person for you. Too.
Yeah.
That's still a little ways away.
Is that Blade
Um,
the Vampire Hunter? That story?
Yes.
Oh,
It's by
nice.
Arcane Studios, who are the ones who did Dishonored, which is why I mention it.
And I hear they're bringing that back in the Marvel universe too. Movies. Blade's getting a resurgence.
Cool character. I mean, vampire character. I like.
Yeah, and eventually I'll reload Outer Worlds 2 and also Stalker.
Yeah, I was about to ask if all your stalkers will still run. Like those are recent enough.
Yeah, really the only Stalker game I would play at this point is Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl.
Is that the second game? Didn't they name them oddly or something?
Yeah.
They did. Okay.
So the first game is Shadow of Chernobyl.
And
Then
then
the second is Clear Sky. The third is Call of Pripyat. And Stalker 2 is Heart of
The
Chernobyl.
fourth game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the
Makes
fourth
perfect
game.
sense.
I thought there were 3. There's 4 games. Wow.
So, and I did play, I played a mod that had, so the first 3 games are all on the same map, just different sections.
That's fun.
And so there was a mod that came out that blended all 3 Stalker maps into one.
Is that basically join all the games then?
Yeah.
That's great.
So that was pretty wild. Loved that mod. And I played that just before Stalker 2 came out.
That's pretty awesome.
It makes me
Um,
realize the new Metro games are coming too. Which there's a new Metro game. Speaking of
That
first person,
that
post-apocalyptic.
maybe was that on the Xbox?
It was, yes, Metro 2039, and Metro. I mean, it's a looker for sure, and it's a cool
Yeah.
game.
I
It is
think that
very
one may be,
style.
but that was going to be a couple of years down the road. So
That'll be February. That'll be February of next year. Metro
Oh, okay.
2039.
You
Yeah.
ever,
And, I mean, all the Metro games are decent, but the first 2 are kind of old. And Exodus is pretty, but not quite as Fallouty. But
Yeah.
2039 is very Fallouty.
You ever revisit Borderlands, or are they pretty much one and done?
No, I mean I've played them a couple of times each. I haven't played in a while. Eventually, Borderlands 4 will be on sale on
Right.
the Steam
which is the best
sale,
way to get it.
and I'll pick it up. I love Borderlands, but I just don't love it enough to pay. Because this one, I think Borderlands 4, they were charging like 89 or 99
$120 for DLC.
Yeah, it was.
No,
at
that was
least
just for
80.
the base game. I'm like,
God
nah.
damn.
That's what they're going up to now.
Yeah, well,
That's
Switch
what-
games, yeah, so fucking $70-$80 a pop now. Like, yeah, 60
Yeah,
is
70
no
is
longer the baseline.
standard for release, and 80 is where things are heading. We'll see. Ray, I bought
Yeah.
the entire Borderlands collection like a month and a half ago.
Oh, yeah.
Not 4, but I have 1 through 3 and all the spin-offs.
Yeah, love
That's
those
sequel.
games. Love those
Yeah.
games. They're just so much fun. Claptrap is probably my favorite NPC of all time. Just because he is so freaking annoying. But he stays out of your way.
You don't shoot him in the back.
I guess if anything, so eventually Kingdom Come
Deliverance
2 will go on sale. And
I always thought it looked beautiful, but you guys always
Yeah.
said it's really hard or something. So I was like,
if so that's one that I'm going to need a lot of time. So when I burn through everything else and know that I'm going to have a lot of time on my hands, then I'll do Kingdom Come 2. Because that one and also Stalker, because the gameplay is so drastically different from all the other games I play. I really need to get locked into just those games one at a time to really be able to enjoy them.
are video games based on TV and movies generally very good? Are there any excellent video games based on movies?
That is
They're
such
usually
a
kind of
question,
they're usually kind of
Andrew.
cheesy, aren't they?
It's been up and down. I mean, no. Licensed games used to be bad. Like for the longest time, the 80s and 90s and even 2000s. And
Yeah.
there were the occasional one that was really good, but a lot of them were a joke, like Superman 64 or something. But then they started getting better. And now there have been a number of licensed games.
Yeah. played
I mean
RoboCop?
the
Come on.
Fallout games
I hear those are great.
great.
And the TV show
based
was
on
decent,
the TV.
but-
Based on that
the
TV
games
show.
are based on that TV show. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, see the future.
You never played Wasteland back in the day, did you, Ray? When it was new?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
But think about it. All the Star Wars games and Lord of the Rings games, those are all licensed. And a lot
And
of them
most
are
of them were
fantastic.
terrible, right? Weren't they?
No. A lot of Star Wars games are good. Most of the Lord of the Rings games are
Okay.
good until recently. Yeah.
Until recently, until Gollum.
Oh my God, Gone Forth. GoldenEye, classic.
Yeah. And I'll really get myself in trouble.
Uh-oh.
I don't like Lord of the Rings.
The movie either,
Any of it.
or the books, nothing.
Nothing.
So I'm surprised that I twisted your arm into playing Skyrim then with all the wizards and dragon talk and stuff.
Well, I mean, you remember how hard that was. I mean, that
Took 2 years.
you worked on me hard on that one, and I was like, it's just not my thing. And
Wizards
then,
are dumb.
it all fell into place. The special edition was coming out, and so they made all kinds of deals, and so I got it for like $9, and
Head over heels.
Yeah.
yeah.
Skyrim
Although
Special Edition.
it took me a while before I ever played a magic character.
And it's like, what do you think that is? Just so you're all swords and boards, I bet, up until that point. You're just anti-wizard. It's okay.
Yeah, it was I was sold when I found out that I could dual wield daggers in a sneak character. Because that was my favorite way to play Fallout 4 is sneak with blitz and Pikmin's blade.
So you just strip away the setting, and the bones are kind of the same as Fallout anyway. So you're kind of just playing, Fallout game in a different setting when you get down to it.
Yeah.
It's great.
So,
Good stuff.
but
All right. Any other gameplay we're mentioning for you there, Ray? Jess, we got into your gameplay a little bit.
I got some gameplay. I'd love to talk gameplay.
Yeah, let's get into your gameplay. Any games you're looking forward to getting to during our break? Any of that sort of stuff?
Fallout 76. So,
Really? You've been playing,
Yeah,
or you're
well-
looking forward to getting back to it?
no, I've just been playing a little bit. I talked about how I jumped
Fishing.
in and did some building and some
Oh,
collection.
building
It's a new
last week.
season,
Double
You gotta do
XP.
stuff.
Got to make or double score, whichever you gotta go build.
Exactly. But yeah, so the new season launched, as we know, a couple weeks ago, and now the seasonal fishing event started. So the seasonal fish are coming out, and we've got both the new local legend that's going to happen each season, and then just a new regional fish with recipes and stuff. So I had talked before about how there were the the seasonal run essentially that they were doing in the fish, and so I thought maybe they were only going to be available for that limited window there, so the seasonal fish run. But no, what that actually is for the seasonal fish. There's a time when you have a greater likelihood of catching them, like a 30% boosted chance of catching them or something during a seasonal fish run.
Okay.
So that's when you got to get in there to do it. So, yeah, that's going from now until the 29th. So you've got like the rest of the weekend for the seasonal fish run. But we've got the new seasonal fish in general. It is the fern skipper, I think is the one. The fern skipper it's cute. It's a green fish, kind of long with little frog legs, and showing up in the mire, the cranberry bog, and I think down Skyline Valley. And then the new local legend is the glass ghost. And the glass ghost can be found in the glass cavern. So pretty cool stuff.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So people are in there, a lot of people jumping in to get the fishes. We're getting some pictures of it in chat right now. I think most of our people have caught them. Like a lot of our regular listeners, a lot of people in the Discord. Like, it's not too hard. The local legends are tough in general. I actually don't have any local legends. So I'm not a great fisherwoman yet, but I'm getting there. but the moderate ones, so like the fern skipper, while the seasonal fish are technically uncommon, they fight you. They fight you like one of the, more rare ones, like a storm swimmer or something. Yep.
Yeah, the fern skipper looks like bait.
Because it's skinny, but no, it's bigger than you think. But it's got those little frog legs on front. I really like that fish. It's cool. Oh, so yeah, for anyone who wants to know about them too. So in game, there will be challenges around them, and there's prompts. But if you go to Fisherman's Rest, and where you normally go to do your fish bits and your fishing dailies, etc., there is a note about the seasonal fish on the table too. So if you ever want to know where they are, what's happening, if there's a new seasonal fish, just go check the table for the note.
Yeah. And the glass ghost looks like a plecostomus with ick.
Yes, plecostomus. That's the bottom feeder fish that in the tank, right?
Yeah, the ones that have gotten loose in Florida and are destroying all the waterways.
Oh, yeah. These ones are albino, so like an albino plecostomus.
With ick.
Yes, Boost in chat asks if Glass Ghost is a legend. Yes, a local legend fish that you can only catch in the glass cavern.
Oh, yeah, they
and
look like
only
those bottom
now.
suckers.
So I don't know if they'll be cycling these fish back in. Like if we're getting new seasonal fish each season, yes. But are we going to, like a year from now, get them cycled back in? Or are they going to always be new and you only have 3 months or so to ever get these fish? I don't know. So, catch them while the catching's good.
You'll get the creation skin on the anniversary edition.
There is an anniversary edition of 76 yet. Yeah. That one thing about the ongoing game, they can't re-release it. And they actually talked recently about how some of the palette swap, skin swaps, they've been maybe doing a little bit too much in the atomic shop. So hopefully slowing down on that sort of thing. But yeah, so 76, just fun, getting in there, doing some fishing. So it's been an eventful week in 76 this week, Andrew. Okay, so we had
what's going on?
Yeah, all
Meat
kinds
week,
of
right?
things happening. It's Meat Week happening too. Yeah, absolutely, Meat Week, and there's some new stuff there. The hog splitter weapon, a big old two-handed weapon. So you got fish, you got meat, it's a smorgasbord. But we were all surprised. We were all shocked because logging in, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. Surprise! Daily had sporched on it.
What?
Your classic June sporched, right? Nothing like Halloween in June.
It's almost Christmas in July, I guess, right?
Yeah, sure, exactly. I mean, I ministry said every day is Halloween, and I am down with that. And some people say every day is Christmas, so why not? All holidays at once, all the time. But yeah, so there was a daily to get sporched, but we didn't see any sporched. What's going on? Well, very briefly after that, Bethesda said, Halloween Scorched are now active on the servers, so you can get your daily, blah, blah, blah. So it was probably a mistake. They had a few mistakes this week, but, which, happens from time to time. There were quite a few this week. I'll get into more of them in the bits. But yeah, so we had Scorched for a day with the, currently like the new prizes that we got back in, last April too. The same rewards, but good stuff. Yeah. So beyond that, we've got sports, we got fish, we got meat week happening. That's pretty much my gameplay to talk about. I didn't get a whole lot of gameplay this week. I spent a lot of time working on my Vault Suit cosplay. So I'm going to a convention tomorrow,
Ooh.
and I told you guys I'd got a new Vault Suit and a lot of accessories to go with it. Well, everything kind of came in last weekend, so I spent a lot of my weekend putting stuff together, testing it out, and then so some weeknights after work, I've been doing some weathering, painting the leather, looking good and stuff like that. So yeah.
And you said you're
That's
doing
fun.
the 111 style or the 101 style?
It's Vault. Actually, the current suit is a Vault 33. So I now have
33.
3 Vault suits. I'm holding up in both hands, so it looks like I'm saying 6. But no, I have my original 101 Vault suit, which is a little ripped up and doesn't fit as well anymore, but it's good. Then I've got a Vault 101 that I kind of custom ordered, but it was almost a year ago, and it didn't fit great, and now it's just way too big anyway. That was made out of a coverall, and so I got that, and so I'm altering it a little bit. But I wanted one that I could really do it up, and also to add more armor pieces and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I always wanted to do a classic armored Vault suit look, so that's what I'm doing now.
Are you a seamstress? You handy with a sewing machine?
Pretty handy actually. I used to do a lot of sewing,
Nice.
a lot of DIY shirts, dresses, all that kind of
That's
stuff.
great.
Sewing projects, yeah. But my sewing machine broke. Like 2016 or so. So I've been sewing machineless for like 9 years, but I just got a sewing machine this winter. So I'm
So I've got to
Wow,
ask,
All right.
back on my stuff.
is all of your thread black?
Why, Ray? No. But do I go through the black much faster? And did I just order 24 spools of black? Yes. it. You go with what you know, right? But sometimes you need thread to match the project. But a lot of times, a lot of black. Let's be real.
Product
So
of your
that's-
era. It's okay.
Exactly. But yeah, that's my gameplay. I'd love to shout out some of the games I'm playing, but like I said, it's just been indie stuff, nothing to write home about. Y'all don't need to hear about dumb games.
She found the cats, everyone. She found them.
I did. I found the cat.
Found the cats.
And I solved the word search. And what else did I play that was funky? What else did I play? Oh, I did a bee game. Oh, I did a frog game. But yeah, like none
Like
of them are related.
a buzz bee.
Buzz bee. We're getting
Okay.
the bee to the hives, getting honey.
Nice.
Well, we will be looking forward to pictures from the conference.
There you go. Yeah, I might get a few at the convention. Gonna try.
What is this convention?
Oh, just my local Comic-Con. Nothing too fancy.
Just Buffalo.
Yeah. hmm
Nice. Coolio. Indiana did theirs, or I think.
Yeah. I mean,
Or maybe it
there
was
are a
PopCon.
number.
I don't remember. They
different
have so many now.
styles. But so, what have you been playing though, Andrew? That's the
Oh,
question.
nothing. I've been obsessively playing Final Fantasy 1 still. I have just gotten to the Chaos Palace, which I believe Chaos, at least in the third game, he was the end bad guy. So I assume I'm at the end stage here. I just got there earlier this evening. But I've been playing, about 3 weeks now. The file, I don't know, is 40, 50 hours deep. Characters are all
Wow,
level
you're 40, 50 hours deep.
60
Wow.
or above. And then I kind of was reading a little bit about the guide, and then it was like, by now you should be about 10 to 12 hours into the game and level 15 or so. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you've been grinding hard. It's like I told you, you don't even have
Oh,
XP
whoops.
boost on like I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just, they
You're
have
just
they have
hopping in the
an
grind and
auto. Yeah, I'm just like walking around, discovering, fighting, walking around, discovering, fighting. I'm having a great time with it. Let's see, advances since last time. I can't remember if I had. I think I'd gotten the boat by last time, so we could go distance over the seas. But when you travel on sea, you would get sucked into random events, random fights that you would have to. And then not too terribly long, couple days after that, I earned the airship, which the benefit of that is you can fly anywhere. You don't have to stick to just water, but you have to be able to land it, and they put like trees everywhere so you can't land over. So it's like it's a little bit annoying that
only
way.
specific locations. Yeah, you got the canoe lands in specific docks, but you'll get the airship soon
The
enough.
canoe is very interesting, I thought. So you do not like rivers act as barriers early in the game where you can't cross a river.
Right.
Oceans
And
also act as a barrier. Mountains mountains act as a barrier. You can cross the desert and trees. They are not barriers.
Yeah, they go to inaccessible locations on rivers too that you can't get to without the canoe. So it's a big thing.
At some point, you gain the power to use a canoe, which is awesome. You also gain
the Council of Sages there, maybe by the volcano. Is that right?
I believe that is correct. You also gain the power to use the boat and the airship, of course. But the boat and the airship are static objects that you leave at a spot, and you have to come back. You like park it, and you have to come back to. But the canoe is a different thing that you always have in your pocket somehow. That when you hit the river, you just can now walk across it, but the animation changes to you in a boat, and as soon as you hit the other shore, it's back to your walking animation. Like you stuff it back in your pocket real quick, and it doesn't even skip a beat.
Quantum canoe.
It's pretty crazy. But it's just interesting that the canoe is not also a separate static object that you have to park.
But it makes sense
specific
because
places.
the rivers aren't all connected. So you have to be able to use it on any river, right? And imagine if you get to a river and then you have to go all the way back.
Fuck, I left my canoe on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
Skyrim would do something like that.
No can do. Bring your canoe.
Yeah, so I've been playing a lot of that, getting near the final stages of that now, and then I just have to consider, man, I've had such a good time with this. Am I just going to continue on? Do I buy the pack, the rest of the series, and
If
just
you're going
just
to
going
buy
through the
them,
whole
just
thing?
Do the hits. You know what I mean? Enjoying one, so maybe
It's
jump
awesome.
to 4 next, and then 6, and then if you enjoy those ones that much, then go back and hit the gaps. But there's a reason why 1, 4, and 6 are like the big ones.
Oh, really? I didn't know 1 was considered one of the better ones.
Oh, well,
But
it's the first. Of course it is.
it's great. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
having a grand old time.
Exactly,
But
it's
I might
awesome.
want to play it again with a different party. Like it's one of those games that I can do a different
That is
way.
what some people do. Challenge run, like all mages. They're all fighting.
Right. Like I'm
Yeah.
playing like with lots of fighters, like they're doing lots of damage with swords and stuff. What if I did like 3 mages and then 1 thief or something, just like a totally turn it on its ear and do it that way? That'd be probably a lot fucking harder. Yeah, so I've just been having a fun time with that. That's the only thing I played. I haven't really played any Fallout this week. Still no Shelter or anything. I really got the urge earlier tonight to put the controller down. For some reason, I got like a little bit bored for the first time of Final Fantasy. And I was like, man, maybe I want to play some Fallout 4 right now. But then I got distracted. I had to go do something. But Fallout 4 seems to be scratching at the back of my mind too. That's what I've been up to these last few weeks. Lots of Final Fantasy.
If you go too much longer not playing Shelter, Bethesda's going to send me another letter saying, Ray, we need you to play
Ray?
Shelter.
Oh,
so
no,
add
is that
more
what
back
it'll
into it.
Starting on another 3-year escapade into deep dive of Fallout Shelter.
Alphabetically, Final Fantasy is right next to Fallout on the list too. So
Oh.
you're just moving on down.
Yep. What's next after Final Fantasy, Jess? What's my next game after that?
Maybe a fishing game. Thinking alphabetically.
Fishing.
Final Fight.
That was a good one. Oh, no. I did. I played a bunch of NES old Sega Genesis emulators. I played like Golden Axe and Altered Beast and stuff like that, which was totally fucking fun. I forgot those games. And I mean, they're really slow, sort of like side-scroller-esque platform type games. But it was a blast just to sort of like go back through those for a couple hours. But I think that was the extent of the fun I would get at. It's not something I would spend hours and hours and hours, trying to beat it or anything. It was just sort of a nostalgic blip on radar there to go back on the old NES emulators. They bought Sega. I don't know what happened to Sega. They stopped making consoles, but I guess Nintendo bought a lot of the rights because there's the Genesis emulator on the now.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sega is now, a third-party publisher, have been since they stopped making the Dreamcast, and they published their titles
That was
on
their
a lot of
last thing,
platforms.
Dreamcast. I knew a buddy had the
Yep.
Dreamcast. That it looked awesome. I remember
Yeah,
that
it was
system
actually
was
a great console. Probably their best. It was probably their best console, but that doesn't mean it sold well.
No.
And they didn't go with the analog stick, and so Sony was, kind of leading the way back then. Nintendo was already entrenched. Yeah, a lot of things happened. A lot of reasons why the Dreamcast failed. But Sega, been going strong.
And my kid is obsessed with Sonic the Hedgehog. It's just so weird how prevalent Sonic the Hedgehog is
Popular.
all over the place. He's like,
Sonic
Dad,
and
you gotta
Mario,
eat a
the more
chili
things
dog.
change.
Don't you get it? And I'm like, no. What do you mean get it? He's like, Sonic loves chili dogs. I'm like, how would you know that Sonic likes chili? Oh, it's from the cartoon. I was like, there's a
Yeah.
cartoon? He's like, there's 4 cartoons, Dad. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Dad.
And
It's
a
funny,
couple of
too, 'cause
movies.
Yeah, there's
Right, 'cause
3
the whole
movies
chili
with
dog
Jim
thing
Carrey.
started
and
in the
stuff.
cartoon. It's not even game canon. Like, it came out way after.
He doesn't talk. How would you know what food he likes? Like, I don't. I was just like, you gained what food he likes from him, like looking sideways and tapping his toe impatiently when you're doing the just standing still animation. Well, anyway, he likes chili dogs, you guys. So,
Who doesn't?
oh man, I could mow down a chili dog. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I've been getting into. What do we have up on the show this evening? I know we got some bits, and Jess, did
You wanna
we
play
put something
something?
together? Did you put something together? Something?
I got something. I mean, we could do a
Something.
scream list. You want to do an easy but fun scream list?
Let's do it.
What time is it? Game time! Woo!
Okay, here's a little something for our show tonight. How about bobbleheads? You know them. You love them.
Bobbleheads.
Also, have there been bobbleheads on the TV show? I'm blanking. I feel like we saw one in the shop. I feel like we saw one on the shelf in the shop. But have we seen her pick up or play with the bobblehead?
Oh,
Did-
that shopkeep lady. Yeah.
Yeah. Did Hank flip the head on one at one point? Like just kind of tap it or
Or
something?
tap it as he's walking off by a desk or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
there's the
can't recall.
Majun bobblehead for sure.
Or
I'm not sure that we've
in
seen
one of
many
the
others.
flashbacks back in the 50s or whenever that was, like when they're planning the destruction and one of the office shots just walking by something, you know what I mean? Or that one guy who drove that little tiny flea car, and he had one in his little briefcase or whatever.
Perfect, bud.
Bud, yeah.
So, bobbleheads. Let's do a scream list of bobbleheads, but I'm going to throw a curveball at you.
Oh no.
Just to make it a little tougher on Ray, because we all know Ray knows the location of every bobblehead in the damn game for 4. How about Fallout 76? Lots of bobbleheads.
Oh no.
I'm not going to make you guys do locations, okay? Because they spawn very... Oh,
They
that
change.
would be fun.
Will
They
we
do, they
need
change.
Will
There's
to
a bunch
do
of random
that?
spots where they can.
Yeah, that would just be
Exactly.
cruel.
That would be cruel and unusual, but fun. But no, let's do 76 bobbleheads. So I'm going to have you guys name all 20 bobbleheads in 7. 7 is 13. Yeah, there are 20 of them. We can start with Ray and then go to Andrew. And the classic Scream style, since you haven't done it in a while, is just going back and forth. And then if you guys run out and can't name them anymore, if the next person gets 1, they win the round, okay? So, and this is great because I don't usually run the Scream lists. So, thought it'd be a nice, easy one. People could kind of remember, play along, all our 7. So, Ray, give me a bobblehead.
Strength.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, we're going to go the easy way, aren't we? Andrew, give me a bobblehead.
Let's clear those out. Perception.
And where do you find it? Kidding. Andrew and Ray.
Fuck Preston Garvey. Oh wait, we're doing 76. Sorry, no, I have no idea.
Next bobblehead.
Did you get endurance?
Yeah, I got your endurance. Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Charisma would be after that. Apologies.
Yeah,
Intelligence.
we're doing it. Andrew.
Agility.
A is for Andrew and agility. And Ray.
Luck.
Okay.
Lucky.
That was silly, but there's 13 more. So are you going to be lucky enough to get all 13?
All right. So let's do some skills. How about medicine?
Medicine is 1. Good job, Andrew. Ray?
Sneak.
Sneak indeed. Yeah, honestly, a lot of them are similar to 4. There's just a little bit of a curveball that happens.
There's a repair problem. Whoa, I actually don't know if there's a repair. Repair. I'll say repair. We'll see.
Repair is correct.
Okay.
That's doing good. 10 left.
Is it also makes your fucking
Makes the
fusion
cores last
makes
longer?
the cores last longer? Is it also that in 76?
Jeez, I honestly
Because that
I
does
don't
not-
remember what the repair bobblehead does.
Because your weapons actually degrade in that game, right? You have to repair them,
Yeah,
right?
they do.
So you
Yeah,
think
they
that the
do.
repair bobblehead would be used for that? Am I up or Ray up?
You
I think
are. Yeah, Ray is.
Ray is okay.
Small guns.
All right, I'll take its counterpart.
Small guns is correct.
I'll take counterpart big guns.
They are both in the game. Excellent. 8 to go.
Energy weapons.
Yes, you are correct, sir.
We'll go with melee. Or
you guys are getting
melee?
them.
I heard someone say melee the other day.
Yeah, well, some people say that, but they're wrong.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I was like,
Well,
oh, is
they
this
look.
an
They look for
alternate
any
pronunciation?
opportunity. They look for any opportunity to say Lee.
Yeah.
Do they? It's May.
Honestly,
Good
they're
one.
just looking to start a fight, preferably with their fists. That's why they do it. But no, I think it might be regional too, because I have heard melee and melee.
They might have been Australian or something. If that changes it.
Mhm.
I don't.
Meliklikimaki.
Yes, they're Hawaiian. You got it.
Perfect. And yeah, no, 76, it is fusion cores last 30% longer.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Such a
makes
waste.
sense, but
So I'll run with your clue, Jess. Unarmed.
unarmed. Good job.
Okay, let's see. What are the other skills? There's got
You've got all but
is it
one
called
of the weapon-based ones.
lock picking or
Is that
Smith?
your final answer?
I don't remember what it's called, but that one. You know, the picking locks one.
You are picking the lock picking. Yes, it is correct. It is lock picking in this one.
Yeah, they phrase it differently in the games, right?
Okay, you're doing good. I think we're down to just like 4 or 5 left.
Really? Oh, geez.
Is it
Right.
leadership?
Leader. It's
Yeah,
leader
leader.
bobbleheads, which are actually
That's
very
the
valuable.
More XP? Is that
in
that
76.
one? No.
Yeah, you get +5 experience for an hour. But people always pop in the leader bobbleheads before events and stuff, especially before we had lunch boxes and all that.
Right.
And, the public team lunchbox thing.
And I don't think Ray has said hacking yet. Is it called hacker?
It is not.
No. Science.
What else could
no.
it be called? Yes,
Science?
science.
Okay. Science.
Blinded me with science. Okay, we're down to 3 left, I believe.
They got to be the skills.
So did we already say energy weapons?
Yes.
Yes. Did we say medicine?
And I didn't write it
Yeah.
down, so there's only 2 left. Haha, you caught me. I think I missed that one.
Heavy guns?
Oh, yeah, big guns.
You already
no, wait,
did-
where did
already
you say
did big guns,
didn't
already
we?
did big guns.
Okay. Gosh.
And they don't distinguish one hand, two hand. Do they? 76? Do they do one hand, two hand? No. They do on the cards, but not the bobbleheads.
Right. You got it.
All right. Is there a cooking one? There's no cooking one.
Oh, yeah, just give me 2 more, you guys.
Two more. We can
2
do it.
more.
Come on. Come on.
I can give you a hint, context clue. One is weapon-based, like the ones you already got, and one is, well, it's the big curveball that you would never think of, that you probably won't get.
Oh, boy. Weapons. Okay, so we did unarmed and melee, small guns, big guns, energy weapons, explosives.
Yes, explosives, and only 1 left. Good job.
All right, what's the impossible one, Ray? What's the impossible one we'll never get?
Ray's gonna get it.
Barter?
Oh,
It's related. But there is no
Speech?
barter.
Is
That's
it
actually
called
what they got rid of. They
speech?
got rid of barter, and they put this instead.
But not speech.
Nope, it's not speech either. Nope.
They got rid of barter.
Banker.
You're getting really, really close. Getting really hot.
Cap collector.
Yes, caps. The caps bobblehead is what it's called.
Crazy. Good one, Ray.
Well, that
Good
does-
job.
You get better cap stashes for an hour. It's just a silly little one they put in, but that is the one that throws everybody for a loop. And yes, they already got it in chat, so good job, y'all. But, our chat plays a lot of 76 still.
Yeah, they're on it. It was fun. Good one, Jess. Good one. Good one.
Game over, man. Game over.
Thanks for game time. All right, looks like we might have a little bit of bits tonight, too. You want to play some bits?
Jessica, to the office, please. Jessica, to the office. Your iguana bits are ready. Please come pick them up.
Pick them up. What do we got?
Rando says, now do the glowing bobbleheads. Y'all,
Wait,
they the same.
there's glowing
They just glow-
bobbleheads? Oh, my Lord.
Guys, there have been glowing bobbleheads for almost a year now.
Ray, we need to get back into that's our next round table. We decided 76.
No.
They're the stinky bobblehead. They're the stinky.
I'd rather buy anniversary edition.
The fishing round table, everybody. Fishing round table.
Oh, now that you say that, I mean, that sounds pretty exciting. But now let's get to the real bit. So I mentioned we had the Bethesda Game Studios switcheroo. So surprise, scorched, but I think they were getting ahead of themselves in multiple ways. Because not only did we get scorched on the list before we were supposed to actually have them in game, but the Atomic Shop, Bethesda giveth and Bethesda yanketh away.
Oh, no. What happened?
Yeah, it was pretty wild. So we got some pretty cool items in the Atomic Shop this week. When you loaded in, some stuff, I believe there was the Rusted Rail bundle. A lot of cool train-based stuff. We had box cars, and not the NPC box cars. We had actual box cars you could build, train headlight, all kinds of train stuff, a train bed, all kinds of fun stuff. And then Future is Green bundle, too, which is, some new glowy stuff and ghoul-based stuff. And people were excited. And they logged in to get it, and boom, disappeared because it was a couple weeks early. So now we know we're getting a train-based kit, but we nope.
So the sports, did that actually just happen for half a day?
Essentially, yeah. They loaded it in, so it went till reset. So probably 20 hours, maybe 21 hours. It only took them like 2 hours to realize they messed up, maybe 3. But yeah, so we got sports, we got items taken away. I don't know if they took away the items for people who got them. If they got the Atomic Shop stuff. I'm hoping they didn't, but I have a feeling that they didn't take them away from you, but they disabled them. So some people might have asked for refunds because obviously if it's not in game yet, you can't build it, right? So it'd be nice if it was like an ultra rare item, but yeah, just some wackiness this week in 76 land. So we already talked about the new fish, meat week happening, legend and seasonal fish, and of course the new hog splitter weapon, which is pretty cool. Oh, while we're talking about the Atomic Shop and stuff in 76, the Chef's Kiss emote will be leaving. So if you want to get that Chef's Kiss emote, good new emote, you got to log in, get in the Atomic Shop. Also, hopefully you claimed your Clean Mr. Fuzzy outfit and head and the Abraxo power armor paint because those are now gone, but they were unlocked for a while. So good time. Okay, so I am hearing
Whoa, that
people
hog
do
splitter
still
looks
have that
crazy.
stuff. So maybe if you built it, it's still in game because it's in the code. That's good because it would have been kind of cruel to let us buy it, and I didn't hop on it. I was not quick enough.
And then
Still
take
worked.
it away.
Yeah, and then actually disable it so it wouldn't load in. The thing about them doing that is not only did you maybe build something with it and then they take it away, that could cause trouble, but it has in the past locked people's camps when they do that, where suddenly it says your camp is
Oh,
built with an
no.
invalid item cannot be placed. So
You are under
Nobody.
arrest.
you are under arrest. Stop! You violated the law.
No camp for you.
So in the real world shop world, so the Fallout New Vegas anniversary bundle that y'all remember was announced last year on Fallout Day, it did finally come out and is shipping. Some people have got theirs already. it's got cool cards, a Victor statue, a bunch of fun stuff. However, there was a bit of a twist with it. So people
However.
internationally are just now getting theirs finally. Sherry actually got hers 2-3
A
days
year
ago.
later.
Yeah, a year later,
A
exactly.
fucking year later.
I mean,
I know she
was
lives in
always
Australia,
planned.
but it wasn't delivered by covered wagon and, sailboat. You know what I mean? Like,
But the anniversary edition, it launched when it was supposed to. So this is not one that was delayed because of the boat thing, like a few of my other items. This was always supposed to ship this month. But yeah, so Sherry got hers, and she wants you to know that there is actually a bunch of this stuff hidden. So there's actually a secret box in the box. So if you think you can get all your items, go through every bit of cardboard and check it, because there is a hidden box, a smaller illustrated box.
Nuh-uh.
Yep. So just FYI, don't throw it out. Don't
That's
think you're
fine.
done. You got everything, and then you don't. It's a cool. I mean, so the kit really. I mean, I do like the idea of collectibles and New Vegas stuff, but it did seem a bit underwhelming for what was it, like close to $150 without a whole lot of new stuff to it. Anyway,
$50 worth of stuff, $100 worth of shipping.
Yeah, well, especially for the international stuff, right? Like those people paid a lot on shipping. But even so, with the Bethesda store, like once you spend over 150, even if you're not a gear addict like some of us are, you get free shipping on 150. But if you get to Gear Maniac tier, you get free shipping on $75. So, totally worth it. Spend more money and they'll charge you less to ship. Everything in balance.
As long as they get their cut, right?
Yep, exactly. There is a sale. Speaking of gear, there is a sale right now in the gear shop. I think it's going through the end of the month. You've got another 4 days, I believe. Fallout stuff, Starfield stuff, and Elder Scrolls stuff, all on sale. I feel like maybe they timed it. A lot of places timing things with the Prime Days, Amazon Prime Days happening now. And I feel like a lot of sales in other stores happening at the same time. But if you've had your eye on some merch at the Bethesda Gear Store, it is on sale. And finally,
Merchant up.
QuakeCon 30 has been announced. So y'all know QuakeCon was the convention for Doom and Quake and all that, originally by id. And then, of course, it has been part of Bethesda for over a decade. Oh my gosh, coming up on 2. It's been a long time. So this will be QuakeCon 30, 30th QuakeCon, and they've announced some special guests. So they're going to have John Romero there, and they're having Romero and Carmack back together for this and actually doing a panel, along with Tom Hall, who was one of the founders of the company, and Adrian Carmack, who was a co-founder. People know John Carmack, of course, as the programmer designer, but Adrian Carmack will be there too. So yeah, the original kind of id founders and developers are going to be, and that will be August 6th through 9th in Grapevine, Texas, for anyone who wants to go to QuakeCon. I am just checking to see. I think that's
Where's
pretty much. I think I
QuakeCon?
ran to the bits. It was just 76 stuff, for the most part.
All
That I wanted to talk about.
76. Where's QuakeCon?
Yeah.
Where do they hold that?
It is in Grapevine, Texas.
I did not expect you to say that.
Yeah, no, QuakeCon's always in Texas,
I
right?
had no idea.
At this
Wow.
point, there are multiple Bethesda locations in Texas. There are 2 Bethesda Game Studios locations in Texas, both Dallas and Austin. But then a couple of the other studios in Greater Bethesda, are also down there.
And you said, what was the town? Grapevine?
Grapevine,
I've never heard
Texas.
of that. Wow.
I assume
What's
it's
in
near
what else
Austin.
is in Grapevine, Texas? What's
Grapevine?
Grapevine famous for? Oh, the wine in Texas is just fabulous. Texas wine.
Actually,
Everyone
Grapevine's
knows.
just outside Dallas, Fort Worth.
Okay.
So it's got all that stuff that you would expect.
Who knows? Texas probably does have amazing wine, and I'm just being an ignorant asshole. I don't know.
I mean, you might be. You might be being.
I have no
You know.
idea. Let's see. Did you have more bits? You said that was the end of the bits.
There's not a lot to announce this week. I mean, in the world of greater gaming news, I do have one more thing for you, actually, that I had saved. So I mentioned that we obviously hit the goal to unlock the Abraxo armor with the infestation. Had to get at least 500,000.
Yeah.
And last week I said we did 1.5 million.
You did 3
However,
times
the
that,
final total tally when the event was done? 2.3 million.
Rigged.
Rigged. No, they were just
Fake
so they were
news.
just spawning. They had it set so that infestations were happening extra. Like it was nonstop infestations. They're actually starting today, I believe, today or yesterday. They're slowing it back down too. So infestation go back to normal, which I've heard some people say, wait, why would you do that? That's the funnest thing in the game right now. Well, that's kind of why you do it, because 76ers, we burn out on the fun stuff. Like raid, okay, suddenly you have people doing raid every day all the time. This event's popular, people doing this event every day all the time. So back to normal. Now we can go back to actually throwing some events in the cycle, doing all that. But there were some stats. So on top of 2.3 million infestations cleared, good job, y'all. The most dangerous faction that killed the most people were robots. Robots killed the most players because of the most dangerous boss, the Assaultron Intimidator. We all know how Assaultrons can be. And the bosses are no
Jerks.
joke. In fact, when I did infestations, I definitely died to the Assaultron multiple times. Whereas others, I could usually hit the stims fast enough. The most number of infestations for number of appearances were cultists in general. And then finally, the most player deaths, where did they happen? At Charleston Train Yard. So at Charleston Train Yard with the robots. And those are stats.
Stats for the bits.
Yeah. And the only other thing I can mention on gaming related is the Steam Machine prices have been announced. Steam Machine still isn't out yet, but that is the Steam-based console to go under your TV that kind of, Steam stepping into the ring with a new flavor of PC, but people have been waiting for the prices for a while. Turns out it's really pricey, y'all. It is really expensive, but that is because everything is expensive right now. And yeah, when it comes to
What'd you
computer
say it
memory
was
and
called?
storage, through the roof.
It's called Steam Machine. Is that what you said?
Yeah, the Steam Machine.
Steam Machine.
And so the base model is going to be $1,049. So not exactly, Xbox or PlayStation launch prices, but those keep going up too. So.
But will I be able to play Ray's mods on it? I will, right?
So some mods, you'll be able to do some modded games on it. Yes.
All right.
'Cause
You
it
don't
is,
sound
kinda-
very positive about this.
Yeah, here's my thing about that. So the Steam Machine will play Steam games, and it will be able to install and run some mods, and it runs on a flavor of Linux, and basically anything you do with the Steam Deck, you can do with Steam Machine. So yes, you'll be able to play a lot of modded games with it, but a complete total overhaul, like Genesis. I don't know if Genesis can be played on Steam Deck, and so I don't know if Genesis would be able to play it on the Steam Machine. But just that one in London in particular, I don't know about those two. The two you'd want to play, the two you'd like, I don't know about those two. There's a lot of other mods, yeah.
I would just assume that you'd be able to that the deck would be able to play any Steam game. I guess I didn't understand that the deck was not.
Yeah, no, it can do most. It can do most, but not all. And when it comes to mods for crowd-side programs, it's going to be a bit tougher. But the thing is, it is technically a PC.
That
But
controller looks crazy. What are those
Yeah.
thumb circle things? What is going on?
It's essentially got a touchpad. It's got double touchpad
it does.
controllers.
That
with
is
options.
weird. That looks like that'll fail almost immediately with Dorito dust.
So covering all the prices real quick, $1049 is without that controller. It's just the box.
Oh my god!
And then it's like $1,100 something with the controller.
the
'cause it's only
controller
separate.
is $700.
And then it goes up to $1,300 if you want the 2 terabyte model, and $1,400 if you want 2 terabyte model
wait.
with a controller.
Here's the headset and everything too. Looks like some hand motion sensors and stuff. Wow, you guys can get involved with this.
But it's a neat option for people. PC players who don't want to move a full PC to the living room, want to be on the couch. They want to be #coucher, which yes, exactly, you should, like some of us. But yeah, it's an option. And speaking of prices and things being crazy, Xbox announced they're raising prices on the console again. It's only
Of
been a
course
year.
they are.
Going to be a little bit more, and soon enough it'll be Sony PlayStation again, raising theirs. So
Well, that's a little steep.
it is very.
It's a little steep. I won't lie. And the fact that it's not robust enough to just like do everything, then
No,
makes me shy away
honestly,
from it a little bit.
Some of the specs on the Steam machine are actually coming in below the Series X and the PlayStation Pro. on some games when they're testing it. Digital Foundry did some tests.
Well,
Yeah. I mean, I can see why people would want something like that because it does give you, it's much quieter than a PC.
Right. It's a cool form factor. It's got a lot of
It's-
bonuses to it. Even at the
Yeah,
price.
it's small. It'll fit in the TV area easier.
It looks good. Got faceplates.
what do you mean quieter than a PC? Do you mean the actual fans running noise or what?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
There's only one fan. The thing is about 80% heat sinks. So it's full of a lot of really cool custom NVIDIA tech.
Yeah. It's a good
Oh,
machine.
no,
It's just the
not
price is too
NVIDIA.
much.
AMD, I think, is what they went with.
It's got a lot to recommend it, except for the price. And they obviously wanted to launch it for less, but they
Yeah.
couldn't with the current pricing.
Gotta
but
get the VR
it's
headset,
still
too.
a lot more affordable than an actual gaming PC.
Yeah, that was going to
Yeah.
be my next question. Is this just like a half measure to a real gaming PC, I assume?
Yeah.
And then what are you going to spend on a real gaming PC these days? Keeping in mind that, video cards are now used for cryptocurrency BS.
Yeah, people have done a lot of, comparisons. Like if I were to build a similar PC, what would it cost? And you can do a PC similar to this for a little bit less, but you'll be building it yourself. For a pre-built, you might be able to come in close to the same for the same performance, but it won't have the extra features like Ray's talking about, the special, form factor and the extra quiet stuff and, built in with the Steam launcher
Yeah.
to do big picture mode and all that stuff.
What about
So,
those
yeah, no, there are
pre-built
cool
laptops?
things on it.
Isn't there something called like Alienware or stuff like that? Are those
Sure, you'll be paying more for
trustworthy?
those,
are
especially
pricey.
now.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
a whole lot more, yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't dug into it a lot, but from what I've seen, you're really, calculating in my personal bias, you're better off building yourself a PC, that that can actually do the work.
Not everybody has backdoor buddies over at the Fry's Electrics, Ray. I mean,
You might
come
want to
on.
rephrase that.
No, he's going to the back. They has a secret knock at the back door. The guy comes with a trench coat and says, "You want to buy a video card?" And it's all very hush hush.
But and if you want to do something silly like play it on your TV with a controller thingy,
Who would want to do
then get a the Steam Deck, connect that to your TV,
Right.
big screen it through the Steam Deck to your TV from your Mega PC.
A lot of our friends are already doing decks. Oh, yeah, right. You could do the two together. That's a good idea, too. And you can just play the Stream Deck, too, your
Yeah.
PC if you wanted. your
Because
Steam Deck.
the thing is so in order to really play the big mods, you need video RAM.
Right, which is currently one of the things that are just crazy.
So you
priced.
need a separate PC anyway. So fuck the Steam Deck thing. It's not the deck. Whatever this new thing is called, and just invest a little extra money and do the gaming PC. That's what it sounds like is the better
Which
idea.
you can hook to your TV. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfectly viable.
Yeah, you can still get it. You can still, and then also
Then get an
you
Xbox
know.
controller, which you could connect to your PC. There you go. Boom.
But that way you really, because you're like the Genesis, you've got to have at least 16 gigs of VRAM if you want to have any prayer of running it smoothly.
You definitely can't run it well with 8. That did not work, right?
No, eight was a complete failure. And even with the 24 that I've got, there's still from time to time I'll run into a situation in Coruscant or Dantooine that causes a little bit of a stutter, and then you just have to wait for a second, let it get caught back up, and then start moving again. So Yeah, in order to play these big mods, you need lots and lots of VRAM.
Where is the Steam company? Where do they operate out of? What?
They're based out of
nation?
Seattle.
It's
That's
American.
Valve.
An American
Valve
company.
is the company. Yep.
Valve is the company. Okay.
Once upon a time, fantastic game makers. These days, mostly purveyors of Steam. I mean, they still make games, but it's been slower.
Mm-hmm. I just
Yeah,
didn't
what
think-
was it Half-Life?
Yep, Half-Life is their big one. Well, one
Yeah.
of them, and obviously,
And that's
Portal.
why one of the face plates that comes with the deck is that bright orange, Half-Life logo colored
Yeah, classic
orange.
orange box, exactly. No, I mean they've done a ton. They did Left 4 Dead, right? Did they do the Left 4 Dead games? I think they did. They Counter-Strike, all the Half-Lives.
What is the Chinese console that we don't get access to? China has to have a big console.
I don't believe there is a big one right now. No.
Wow, really? That surprises me.
Or Japanese console. Like really, most of the major consoles are available everywhere now. Otherwise, they're playing on PC. Like PC is just bigger in some countries, China and Korea.
They're just so innovative, especially in because I'm in the battery industry. You just hear about how China's years ahead of everyone else and the certain aspects. I just assumed that they would have their own tech company. We just might not get access to it or might not hear about it here.
Yeah, well, they definitely have their own tech companies.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Definitely.
video game production is not something they're too busy working and
no, they're creating
making
plenty
money.
of games, just
okay.
for the same major consoles. They also, a lot of retro consoles are actually pretty popular right now. Some retro handhelds, so they've got a couple over there
that shit is
that are
getting
big,
huge
but we have them
again,
here
man.
too. You can play retro games in your Steam machine, but then again, you can load them on most things.
All right, you guys. There was one last little gaming search I did this week. Since I was playing Final Fantasy, I was just looked on my phone, just happened to see, I was like, oh, I wonder if there's this game on, because this feels like, this is sort of like a tap game that would easily, lend itself well to a mobile translation, shall we say. And there was a Final Fantasy game. They had the whole bundle. They had all 7 of the games that are in this bundle now, Jess. So I was like, oh, wow. So I was looking around there. And then they had some other game, or a text adventure game right below it that I remember Lee had talked about just earlier that day or something. So something in my algorithm must have recognized that I read a comment in our Discord that Lee had written about. It was something like Cavern. I don't remember what it was.
Colossal Cavern. We were talking about earlier with the Zizzy. Yeah.
Yeah. That. So I saw that, and that looked like I kind of watched the little video or whatever, and that looked like a text-based adventure that I might be able to get into really well.
It was.
If you remember the beginning of Big, you guys, where he goes into the ice cavern to fight the wizard, it looked like that sort of thing. And for some reason, that style is really speaking to me right now. These old 80s games, I'm really having a draw to recently.
There's so many good ones. I was reminiscing with my dad. Oh, by the way, happy Father's Day to y'all. I know it's been a while, but I hope y'all had a good Father's Day, everybody listening.
Happy Father's Day, folks.
My dad and I were actually reminiscing a lot. I talked to him that day, of course, about old consoles and first games we played and all that. Well, the first game that he remembers playing was Bedlam, actually, which was a text adventure at the time. We were in an asylum back on the color computer, on the Coke.
The color computer.
Yep.
I don't think I know much about that.
That's the TRS-80 Coco. Yeah, that was my first PC. Obviously.
Wow.
First family PC. I was 5 when we got one.
Shovel Butt. You said, wait, who was that Andrew was talking about? Sorry.
He's trying to get you to play the lead drop yet again.
Oh, he's trying to get me to play
Lee.
Lee? Well, okay. Well, who's that guy? I don't know. Hey, 5th time's the charm, right? You guys get enough of it tonight?
27th times we're filling time because we don't have a roundtable or anything to talk about tonight. But yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think
how are
we're
we?
good.
How are we preparing? What are our next steps for this? The roundtable. Just do
We're gonna
one
watch the
episode
show.
a week.
Yes.
Jot down stuff you notice, stuff you like, or stuff we did.
We're
first
doing it
time.
Vault Talk style. After our
Vault
gameplay, we're
Talk
going
style.
to do each episode, kind of do a little talk through, and yeah, starting next week.
All right, got to get prepared. Got to make sure I still have my Amazon signed in. Got to make sure I have some snacks. Take some notes, maybe. We'll put some ideas together here for this. All right. Hey, do you guys have anything else that you would like to talk about on the show tonight? We haven't done any food chat or anything in a long time. I mean,
we've been talking ice cream and all that, but I'll wait till next week or some other time to hear about what Ray's been doing and experimenting with.
Yeah, Ray. Getting into some chocolate, I heard, maybe.
Indeed.
All right. Well, we'll have a report back on all of our new frozen delicacies. I'm gonna have to get one too. You guys join the club. We'll be the frozen dessert podcast here pretty soon. All right, you guys. Well, I think that will draw us to a close. So, in that note, I will let you know that you can find Jess and all of her many projects over at Sleep is 4T, including the Starfield Lorecast. So, everyone, please go check that out. Jess, thank you so much.
Thanks. Have a great week, y'all.
Ray can be found at RayLB, also at BBC ISSS for the Butcher, Baker, Candlemaker in Space. Ray, thank you so much, sir.
Good times.
The show is at the Fallout Feed, and I can be found in our Discord along with Ray and Jess. I'd like to thank everyone for downloading this edition of the Fallout Feed. We'll see you in the Wasteland.
Thank you for downloading this episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing falloutroundtable@gmail.com. For the Roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com, where you will find the Fallout Feed, a Skyrimatic podcast, our YouTube channel, the Chatterbox, as well as other content. Once again, thank you for downloading, and we'll see you in the Wasteland.